Welcome to our morning ritual and bedtime affirmations. But I'm going to go through those, I'm going to read a couple quotes here, which will hopefully serve to inspire you, and knowing that it's okay to be where you are in your life right now. So here, let me read a couple quotes. Bear with me. One of the saddest things in life is to get to the end and look back in regret, knowing that you could have been, done, and had so much more. That's from Robin Sharma. And just a couple other quotes here that I hope they serve me well, so I hope they'll serve you well as well. Love the life you have while you create the life of your dreams. Don't think you have to choose one over the other. Know that wherever you are in your life right now is both temporary and exactly where you're supposed to be. You have arrived at this moment to learn what you must learn so you can become the person you need to be to create the life you truly want. I really like that one. Next one. Even when life is difficult or challenging, especially when life is difficult and challenging, the present is always an opportunity for us to learn, grow, and become better than we've ever been before. And two more. The moment you accept responsibility for everything in your life is precisely the moment you regain the power to change or create anything in your life. Where you are is a result of who you were, but where you go depends entirely on who you choose to be. Let's do the bedtime routine, and then we'll tell you what you have to do the moment you wake up. Okay. All right, there's 4 bedtime affirmations. So you say this each time before you go to bed. All right, bear with me, I'm going to read, and then I'll link to the actual text down below in the video, so you don't have to type it all down. You can just print it out yourself and read it before bed. Okay. I have completed all of my daily tasks necessary to prepare myself for tomorrow, including setting everything out that I need for my miracle morning. My alarm clock is across the room, so I will have to get out of bed to turn it off. I have decided what time I'm waking up, and I have clarity as to, specifically, what I will do when I wake up. I'm anticipating the morning with positive expectations and excitement because I am well aware of the benefits that I will receive by choosing to wake up and live the miracle morning. It is allowing me to become the person I need to be to easily and consistently attract, create, and sustain the life I truly want. Second, I'm going to bed tonight, and these are my times, 10 p.m. and waking up at 5 a.m., which gives me 7 hours of sleep. This is plenty. In fact, it is exactly what I need in order to perform at peak level tomorrow. The reality is, my mind controls my body, and I really only need as much sleep as I tell myself and choose to believe that I need. Many of the most successful people in history have functioned optimally on 4 to 6 hours of sleep, and I cannot allow myself to fall into the limiting belief that sleeping more will somehow improve my life. In fact, it will be seriously detrimental to my stress level, finances, relationships, career, and lifestyle goals. My quality of life, as I know it, depends on my waking up on time tomorrow. Third, I'm waking up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. because by doing so, I significantly increase the likelihood that I will achieve my goals this week, this month, this year, and for the rest of my life. I'm committed to waking up on time tomorrow because, number 1, doing so will enable me to develop the discipline I need to succeed in all areas. And number 2, I know that how I start each day determines how I create my life, because my day is my life. I can no longer accept anything less than the best for myself. Fourth, regardless of how long it takes to fall asleep and what I dream about, how tired or overwhelmed I feel right now or when I wake up, I will energetically spring out of bed tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. to create the most extraordinary life I can imagine and the life I deserve to live. And that's the bedtime affirmation. So one thing I disagree with is the 4 to 6 hours of sleep. I know that a lot, like Thatcher and Reagan were famous for this, but they both got Alzheimer's. And there's actually a sleep scientist on Joe Rogan that said that we need at least 6 hours of sleep to get rid of all the plaque in our brain, otherwise you'll get Alzheimer's. And it seems a pity to work so hard in your life and only to forget that you've accomplished everything. So I recommend getting at least 6 to 7 hours of sleep. You don't need 8. I feel fine. I probably slept half the night, but don't make it a habit to sleep less than 6. And as you can tell, those are pretty good affirmations. And this is not a commercial for them either. This is just me doing my thing. So I hope to be completely transparent and completely honest with what I experience and how I feel at the end of 30 days. And next is going to be our morning ritual to make sure that we get out of bed and we stay out of bed. So let's go through this next. Okay, step 1 is knowing what you're going to do in the morning. And by knowing what you're going to do in the morning, you're going to read your bedtime affirmations, because that's going to set your day the moment you wake up. And also, it's best to be ready with what you're going to do in the morning, which is the rest of the lifesavers, and that'll give you discipline to say, oh, I have things to do. It's not just, oh, I can just stay in bed until I have to get into the car to commute and be on workout time. So that's step 1, is knowing what you're going to do first thing in the morning and how you're going to feel first thing in the morning. Step 2 is move your alarm across the room. And I've never been a big snoozer, so this wasn't something that I did. I actually woke up before my alarm. But that's a suggestion if you tend to hit the snooze button a lot and not get out of bed, because we know we're half asleep and you're not making a rational choice at that time when you hit the snooze button. Okay, next one is 3. Get up and have a full glass of water. And that's because we are dehydrated by the time we wake up, especially if we're sweating at night because it's hot or you're just too warm. So drink a glass of water and a whole pint. And then the next thing you do is you're going to brush your teeth. I know you haven't eaten yet, but it helps wake you up, especially if you're like a Sonicare electric toothbrush. All that vibration is going to clear your mind. So brush your teeth is the next thing. And then get dressed in your workout clothes. So you can either get dressed or you can sleep in them. And that means that you just wake up and do your thing, and then do your 5 minutes of silence. And then I did yoga this morning. I'm not asking you to do your exercises tomorrow. I'm asking just the silence bit tomorrow. And we'll go over each thing, each of the rest of the acronyms, the letters, over the next course of the videos. And that way it's a little bit easier to digest all at once. Than all at once. Okay, so that's that for it. And then the second video I'm going to produce is going to be tomorrow morning. And my goal for today is to come up with a schedule for my that I'll do on a daily basis to make sure that what time I get in the office, I check the hot sheets, and then plan my entire day in 15-minute increments to make sure that I adhere to my schedule, because breaking it down that way allows you to keep track with things and learning how to time block. So this is all the things that are going to be necessary to have a successful career, and putting those foundations and the building blocks in place now will make it so much easier, instead of getting overwhelmed and then all of a sudden you don't know what to do with your life, and then you're turning down business because you don't know how to manage your time. Okay, with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.